Have you ever noticed how Valentine's Day can make you feel everything at once? Excited, anxious, hopeful, insecure. You scroll through perfect couples on Instagram, candlelit dinners, surprise gifts, public confessions of love, and suddenly, love feels like a competition you didn't sign up for, a test you might be failing. But what if Valentine's Day was never meant to control your peace? What if the pressure, the loneliness, the expectations are not problems of love itself, but problems of perception? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." Tonight, we're uncovering what Valentine's Day has become in the modern generation, and what Stoicism teaches us about love, loneliness, expectations, and emotional freedom. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never see Valentine's Day the same way again. Valentine's Day today is louder than ever. It's no longer just about affection, it's about presentation. Social media has transformed love into performance art. Relationships are curated, moments are staged. Affection is measured in likes and comments. And if you're single, the silence feels magnified. The modern generation has confused visibility with value. If it isn't posted, did it even happen? If it isn't extravagant, does it even count? But Stoicism does not reject love. It refines it. The Stoics believed love was powerful, but only when it was grounded in virtue rather than possession. Number 1. Love without possession. In today's culture, love often becomes ownership. My partner, my person, my forever. But Stoicism reminds us of something uncomfortable. Nothing external truly belongs to us. Epictetus taught that suffering begins when we cling to what is not under our control. Your partner's emotions are not under your control. Their choices are not under your control. Whether someone stays is not under your control. And that truth can feel terrifying, but it is also liberating. When you stop trying to possess love, you start appreciating it. You move from control to gratitude. Valentine's Day becomes less about securing someone's devotion and more about expressing appreciation for their presence. Love becomes a gift, not a guarantee, and gifts are cherished differently than entitlements. Number 2. Emotional independence. The modern Valentine's narrative quietly suggests that you are incomplete without someone. That being single is a deficiency, that your worth rises and falls based on who chooses you. But the Stoics would disagree. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." True freedom is emotional independence. If your happiness depends entirely on someone else's attention, text message, or romantic gesture, your peace is fragile. And fragile peace shatters easily. One unmet expectation, one forgotten plan, one comparison online. Stoicism teaches self-sufficiency. You are already whole. Love should enhance your life, not complete it. There is quiet power in being able to celebrate Valentine's Day alone without bitterness. Because when you no longer need someone to validate you, you are finally capable of loving them without fear. If this reflection resonates with you, subscribe to the Stoic Code. This channel is for grounded thinkers who seek strength without becoming cold and love without becoming dependent. Join a community committed to clarity in a chaotic world. Number 3. Expectations are the invisible chains. Here's where Valentine's Day quietly tightens its grip. It's not the flowers. It's not the dinner reservations. It's not even the absence of a partner. It's the expectation. You expected the perfect night. You expected them to know exactly what to say. You expected to feel overwhelming romance. And when reality didn't match the image in your mind, something shifted. The warmth cooled. The disappointment felt personal. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." The pain isn't Valentine's Day. It's the story you told yourself about how it had to unfold. Modern culture scripts this day for you. Romantic movies, viral proposals, curated couple photos. The algorithm feeds you a fantasy and quietly whispers, "This is what love should look like." When your reality looks different, you assume something is wrong with them, or worse, with you. But what if nothing is wrong? What if the suffering comes from expectations you never communicated but silently demanded? Expectations are mental contracts we hand to others without their signature. Then we resent them for not fulfilling them. Valentine's Day doesn't break hearts. Unspoken expectations do. And once you see that, the chains begin to loosen. Number 4. The fear beneath the roses. Now we go deeper. Strip away the chocolates, the filters, the candlelit photos. What remains? For many, it's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being chosen. Fear of being replaceable. Valentine's Day amplifies this because it turns love into a scoreboard. Who received more? Who posted more? Who looks happier? But here is the truth most people won't admit. The fear isn't about love. It's about identity. In today's generation, relationships have become proof of worth. If someone chooses you publicly, you feel validated. If no one does, you question your value. Epictetus warned that we suffer when we attach our worth to what is outside our control. Being chosen is external. Character is internal. The person who fears being alone will cling to anything. The person who is comfortable alone will choose wisely. That is strength. Valentine's Day exposes your relationship with yourself far more than your relationship status. And that is where the real transformation begins. Number 5, love as discipline, not emotion. Modern love is emotional. Stoic love is disciplined. Feelings rise and fall. They intensify and fade. If your love is built only on emotion, it will move as unpredictably as emotion does. The Stoics viewed love as a practice of virtue. Patience when irritated. Loyalty when tempted. Honesty when uncomfortable. Calm when conflict arises. That is love. Not fireworks, not aesthetics, not public performance. Real love is quiet consistency. And here is what may surprise you. Most Valentine's Day conflicts are not about lack of love. They are about lack of discipline, lack of communication, lack of emotional regulation, lack of gratitude. We crave intensity but neglect steadiness. Without steadiness, love collapses under pressure. And now comes the truth no one expects. Valentine's Day is not about love at all. It never was. It is a mirror. It reveals your attachments. It reveals your insecurities. It reveals your dependence on validation. It reveals where you are emotionally undisciplined. That is why it feels overwhelming. Not because of romance, but because the reflection is uncomfortable. The Stoics would not reject Valentine's Day. They would use it. They would treat it as training. Training in gratitude instead of entitlement. Training in independence instead of desperation. Training in appreciation instead of possession. The day itself is neutral. Your perception gives it power. So here is the final shift. If you are in a relationship, use this day to practice virtue, not performance. If you are single, use this day to strengthen independence, not self-pity. If you feel disappointed, examine your expectations. If you feel lonely, examine your self-relationship. Because when you release comparison and ground yourself internally, Valentine's Day loses its control. Love without possession frees you from fear. Emotional independence protects your peace. Releasing expectations dissolves resentment. Solitude builds strength. Virtue makes love sustainable. And here is the revelation that changes everything. Valentine's Day was never controlling you. Your unexamined mind was. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." No holiday defines your worth. No relationship determines your value. No social media post measures your completeness. Only your character does. Practice daily reflection. Strengthen your inner world. Love deeply, but never lose yourself in the process. If this message shifted something inside you, subscribe to the Stoic Code. Join a community of grounded thinkers choosing wisdom over emotional chaos. Comment your reflection below so others can learn from your insight. Share this with someone who feels pressured by modern love. And remember the words of Seneca, "He who is content with himself is truly rich." Stay disciplined, stay self-sufficient, and never let a single day control your peace. This is the Stoic Code, and I will see you in the next reflection.